Hi guys, my cold CEO husband special episode. Jungkook is huffing and running around all the living room after the 8 months old Kim Minnie, yes, the devil, the daughter of Namjoon and Kim Seokjin, who is crawling around the living room trying to hide from Jungkook, who has the duty to make her wear her diaper. Just as Jungkook calls her, she hides behind the sofa and peeks and laughs out loud. Oh, she's one of a piece, like Jin Hyungi, Jungkook thought. Minnie, stop right there, girlie, or Cuckoo will be angry and will go with Tata. And hearing that, she stopped and looked at Jungkook with her big eyes looking so cute with a pony of her hairs. She pouted and got big tears in her eyes as she loves Koo so much. But when his hubby comes and sticks to Cuckoo, then his all focus is on Tata and Jungkook forgets Minnie so she doesn't like Tata. This threat is enough as now she hides her face in Jungkook's neck and chewing on it, blabbering about no Tata, no likey. Jin saw both of them sitting on the couch with Jungkook looking so tired with all the chasing of Minnie, and she smiled at Jin. Mama, she shouted, looking at him. Jin laughed and take her in his arms and sat beside Jungkook and pecked her whole face, who giggled loudly. Then Jin caressed Koo's slowly, who snuggled near him, and Minnie looked at him and patted his cheeks. Cuckoo, sleepy? Koo opened his eyes and sarcased, no, Minnie, how can I, your servant, can sleep without your permission? Minnie didn't understand but showed her smile while drooling on Jin. Jin then turned to Jungkook and asked, Cookie, are you sure you can handle Minnie? If you want, we can cancel the date tonight. No, no, Hyungi, you no worry. Koo will take care of Minnie, Koo replied. As today, after a long time, Namjoon is taking Jin on a date. As with Minnie, they can't spend a lot of time together because she disturbs them. So, Koo being Koo handles the responsibility of Kim Minnie so Hyungis can enjoy their time together. But from the morning, Minnie has tried him a lot, being cranky one time and all giggly other time. I am not worried about Minnie Coo, but the biggest problem is Tiger, your dear hubby. Jin asked worriedly, knowing how much Minnie detests watching Jungkook with Taehyung and vice versa. They also don't like Minnie sticking to Koo. They both are jealous of each other and always fighting for Cookie's attention. So at night, there's going to be a war. Cuckoo mentally prepared himself, thinking all that. Okay, Cookie, take care. Call us if any problem happens. Jin waved at them, sitting inside the car with Namjoon at the footsteps, standing. Jungkook with Minnie in his arms. They both waved at Jin and Namjoon Hyung. Bye. After Namjin left, Jungkook closed the door and walked to the kitchen, placing the little devil on her baby chair. He bended and held a spatula, showing her, I am going to make dinner for hubby. So Minnie, sit here without creating any scene, or else, he said, showing the big spatula to Minnie. Minnie looked at him seriously for a minute, then gave him her cutest toothy grin, and Jungkook melted then and there, seeing her cute smile. Okay, okay, I will not do anything, but please sit, okay? He said and turned to cut some vegetables to make jajangmyeon for Tete. Minnie stared at him, then cried, wants to go down and crawl around here and there, but she's bounded. She flared her hand fastly. Ko heard her crying and ran to her, picking in his arms and patting her. Okay, okay, no crying, my love. Minnie jumped in his arms, wants to go down, and then Ko placed her on living room's soft rug, letting her play there with her toys. He then got busy into the kitchen. The door opened and they entered, one hand full of flowers and other hand his suitcase. He removed his shoes, but met with the devil, who crawled there as soon as heard the voice of gate opening. She looked at him and then wailed loudly. They almost fell, removing his shoes, looking at her acting. He just smiled to her and looked at her. Such a drama queen she is. Jungkook came running and picked her, looking at the hubby. You came, and then he looked at Minnie and consoled her. What happened, baby? Tell Cuckoo. Minnie's eyes left big tears, and she pointed her chubby finger at Taehyung, signaling that he made her cry to Jungkook. Jungkook looked at him slowly, with his bangs covering his eyes. Hubby, I am trying to work here, and the first thing you come is to make me work more, he said slowly, in very sweet tone, which made Taehyung's throat dry, and he gulped hard. But baby, I didn't do anything to her, he said slowly, walking to Koo. Jungkook turned and walked back to the kitchen, and Minnie looked at Taehyung from Koo's shoulder, showing Tae her teeny tongue, teasing him, like saying, me win win, you tata, cuckoo is mine. Evil laugh, ha ha ha. They looked betrayed and jogged to Cook, saying, baby, look, I brought your favorite flowers, and give in its hand when Koo made Minnie sit down. Koo took them shyly. His mood turned completely 180 degree. Thank you, hubby. Love you, he said while pecking on his cheeks, which make Minnie win, and a whimper escaped from her lips. Koo pecked her lips, saying, Love you more, Minnie, to which she giggled and side eyed Tay, saying, Look, mister, Cuckoo loves Minnie more. Tay just shook his head and went to room to freshen up. He shouted, Coo from his room. Jungkook watched Minnie is busy in her toys. Then he climbed the stairs, and just as he entered, his back met the door. Tay has squeezed his now curvy wrist and pinched it. Hubby, what are you doing? Koo moaned out. Baby, where's Hyungs? They asked, just in his towel, with bare chest pressing two cookies. They are on a date and not coming tonight home. Jungkook replied. Well, then we are alone, and after dinner, I want you, my sugar. They bited his lips. Wah! A loud cry reached their ears because when Minnie didn't see Cuckoo and crawled to kitchen, but not finding him, thinking that Tata had stolen him, she cried. Koo laughed at Taehyung, saying, Hubby, oh no, but you forget, your enemy is here. He giggled and ran downstairs to the crying Minnie. Taehyung bumped his head on the door, whispering to himself, My bad fate. I will not have babies early, or else they will snatch my cuckoo. Wifey, I am coming, he ran after Jungkook while wearing his t-shirt and shorts. Downstairs, Jungkook is making Minnie eat her food. The tension thickened as Taehyung sat besides both of them. Wifey, give me food, Taehyung said, looking at them. Hubby, wait. But as Jungkook picked the spoon, Minnie glared at Tae. Then Jungkook served him. Taehyung looked at Koo and poked his arms with his fingers. What? Jungkook asked shoutingly. Baby, feed me now. Jungkook looked at him like he has grown horns. Can't you see? I'm busy, or you have gone blind. Jungkook, sarcastic to a pouting Taehyung, annoyingly because he is busy. Then Tae silently eat his food, and then Jungkook eat his food. Minnie just looking at him silently. Koo took her in his arm, taking her to their bedroom for making her sleep. Minnie dozed off on his shoulder after feeding her tum full, but as Koo placed her in her crib, pulling a soft blanket on her, she saw Tata, who was smirking at her, standing near her crib. That's it, she wailed again. Wah, wah, cuckoo! Just as Jungkook moved back. Because, oh no, why crying? I am here, Min Min. Jungkook hugged her, but as soon as she placed her down, same thing, repeat, pay, repeat. So he placed her on his bed and sat beside her, now peacefully calm sleeping form. Taehyung slapped his face for his foolishness. He then walked to the bathroom, signaling Jungkook, who glared, but Taehyung showed his empty toothpaste, so Jungkook stood up to give him new. But as he entered inside, Tae gripped his waist and pulled Jungkook into his arms. Baby, please, I need you now. He took Koo's hand and slid it to his junior down. He patted their say, It's so eager for wifey. Please show some love. Taehyung bit on Jungkook's ear, whispering. Koo blushed, feeling the hard muscles under his palm as his hubby got so shameless during their together time that he becomes shy. He tried to pull his hand, but Taehyung requested, "Please, baby, once." He then looked at Jungkook with his best puppy eyes, and Jungkook nodded slowly, moving his hand, making Taehyung throw his head back, leaning on the wall, closing his eyes, feeling good. Jungkook looked at his husband's perfect jawline, his beautiful moles, his handsome face, thinking, "All mine, just mine." Soon his hand hurted, so he slowed down, but they gripped his hand on his own and then started removing his further clothes. His this step made Jungkook more shy and blushy, and his whole body felt currents and Jungkook shivers. Soon Taehyung in Ko's pretty hands, and they heard Minnie's crying again. Ko cleaned his hand fastly and ran to the bed where Minnie's big eyes are glaring at him. "Cuckoo, you betrayed me," she thought. Ko pecked her cheeks, wiping it, laid down, pulling her closer to his chest while snuggling there in relief. But then her lips starting working on his top, like finding something which her mama gives her always. Jungkook, confused, saw her and said, "Baby, sleep." But no, Minnie didn't sleep. "She's hungry," he thought. Ko picked her feeding bottle and placed near her lips, but she denied it and again went near Jungkook. So he understood what she wants. So hesitantly, with big eyes, he removed his top, and soon Minnie latched on him. Even there is nothing. And Jungkook hugged her closely, packing her tiny hands, feeling overwhelmed because he now understands. Minnie thought him as equal to her mama. So, with so much emotions, he felt asleep with his Minnie. Taehyung was busy calming himself because the starving CEO can't get enough with just one time. So he took cold shower. When he came outside, the scene was so beautiful. His pretty wife with his favorite niece, Minnie, both sleeping like a perfect little family. But what warmed his heart was how Jungkook was feeding her even though he had nothing to offer, and she so deeply trusted him, sleeping in his cute arms, his cute world, he thought, and hugged both of them in sleep. His family, his peace, his world. The end.